you ready? 1 minute. 1 minute. Oh, it's sunny. I got 1 second. Okay, that's better. Yo! Still. One minute. And we have some high impact news. Welcome everyone. In today's live stream, we will focus on Bitcoin as there is expected high volatility. So let's observe. Let's observe what happens. Yeah, so there is some data coming, 20 seconds left. You can see the timer here as well. And yeah, expect some volatility. Make sure you trade safe, have your plan in place, risk managed, whatever, but make sure you do not get wrecked. It almost feels like New Year's Eve. So there we go. And it's live. To the upside, took the high. Are we going to reach the daily naked point of control finally? And the answer is... Oh, it already hit my... Oh, that's very nice. 1 second. Managing. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I was a little bit nervous. But okay, now that I secured myself a little bit of... TP. I put my stop at break even, and now I don't care if it goes up, more profit. And if not, then not. And that's it. So, okay, finally, the daily naked point of control has been touched. It was a long time coming. We have been talking about this daily naked point of control for such a long time now, so I'm happy we finally touched it. That was an alarm. I actually don't know if... Oh yeah, the daily naked point of control had an alarm. So very, 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 very nice. Let me actually check here. Of course, you know, I'm a trader first and a content creator second. So if I look to my right, I'm just checking my trading related stuff because I have my other window open, and okay, that is looking très bien. I'm gonna manage it a little. Whoop. Hoppala. Yeah. Okay. 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 So welcome everyone. Before I say hi and all that stuff, the people that follow the news, can you inform us peasants what this means? Because I don't have any idea. I just know it's high impact news. We can expect volatility on the chart, and that is why I urged everyone to trade safe because of stuff like this. No? So yeah. Let's see what happens next. But if there's anyone here that knows, like, if the news is bullish, bearish, or whatever, let us know, because I am 100% technical and I do not know anything about fundamentals. We are ready, Wave Whisperer. Yeah. Sorry for the not saying hi in the first few minutes of the live stream, but of course, like, this is just, you know, very, very important and interesting price action on the chart. So, you know, it's good to keep my eyes on what's happening. Also because of my position. So, I mean, I don't have any concerns anymore because even if it goes back down, I'm break even. But seeing numbers in green is always very nice. So let's just see what it does. Also, if C-Bell is here, C-Bell, congratulations. 98K has been reached. She was in a trade from literally like 90K or 89K. Very, very good. So of course, if price settles in the time that we are live, we will analyze the chart again and see what we get. No, CPI is less than expected. This is good, and the rest is like expected. So let's go. We want money printing. Data is positive. Inflation is as expected. Okay, there's a lot as expected. Sure. Stonks. So in this live stream, by the way, we are going to analyze the Elliott wave scenarios on Bitcoin. Probably many of you have already seen my analysis earlier today, the morning update. So you know basically what we're looking for. But the news right now just plays a very important role in the probabilities and what to expect, no? So yeah, 1.618 touched, so flat lower probabilities. Yes, that is correct. So Leon is talking about a flat that would look like this. So as price, did it touch? Did it touch? Yes, it did. So as price touched the 1.618, a flat becomes a lower probability scenario, meaning wave A, B, C. So if you do go to the downside, then preferably this here is the end of a 5, and you go down and you start something new, right? So wave A, wave 1, wave whatever. But of course, for that to happen, you actually want the market structure to change, because at the moment, I mean, you know, TP. Yeah, I actually did watch that video, but holy moly, how can someone watch someone like that? TP, man. First of all, I think this would be something more for Discord, but like he in such a long time, he said absolutely zero, right? And he says he knows exactly what's going to happen and exactly the targets, but it's not fair to members to share everything. And please buy my $1,600 course on Teachable, and I will tell you everything. Man, it's like one of the worst videos I have ever seen in my YouTube live. Man, I can't stand people like that. Oh boy. What was that? A bad video. So, unrelated to what the guy says, we have a bullish scenario, we have a bearish scenario on every time frame. We are prepared. The daily naked point of control was a long time coming. We finally hit it. You know, with the volatility now, one should just be well managed, well prepared, right? And there's always probabilities for up and down. And if things changes according to Elliott wave rules, then you'll be the first to know here on the channel. But oh man, that analysis from that guy it's one of the worst videos I have ever seen on Elliott waves. Ever. So yeah. Which guy you're talking about? Financial freedom. So Trans Pro, he sent me a message, not asking anything. He just sent me a message saying, yo, I saw this video. What do you think? Holy moly, man. Man, it's the worst ever content I've seen. Koen's React was crazy, funny, and diamond. Yeah, I decided to remove the comments on the video in Discord. The AGGR server is down. Wait, is my server down? Now I don't want to refresh anymore, Sam, because now I'm afraid I don't want mine to go down as well. I mean, it's still working, but I'm not sure if it will show new divergences. I mean, with this wick here, arguably there's a bit of bullish divergences, but when price is moving like this and the volatility is very high, you don't, like, I don't look at CVDs on the 1 minute here. So yeah, AGGR works for me, works again now. Okay, cool. So, okay, what's the plan during today's stream? One, we observe the price action together because based on what's happening here, we can adjust the counts later in the video. So the analysis will be delayed to later, right? We first check what happens on the chart, then we analyze with the new information we have. This morning, a couple of hours ago, I uploaded a video of about 15 minutes analyzing the price action on the daily, 4-hour, and the 1-hour time frame. If you have not seen that yet, just open another window on your screen, watch that video while simultaneously just having the stream open with the sound off. Once I start analyzing, you'll see the counts on my chart, so you'll basically know when we start. But at the moment, it's just a lot more interesting to see what's happening. We were expecting a move to that daily naked point of control. I gotta say, it took a very long time for price to actually hit the daily naked point of control. It's just this sideways, like nothing, like just below the actual resistance you want to see touched. And then here we are now. For transparency, I am in a long position. Once this move to the downside here on the lower time frame, so once this from the wick, so here, once we confirm this three-wave move to the downside, that is when I got in. I don't know what was my 97061 was my entry. I actually had another entry on another platform at the daily naked point of control, but I decided to close that because before the news hit, it was like lottery, and I realized that I am gambling, having two positions open. So I decided to close the one I opened on the daily naked point of control for profit, and then there's still one running, but I TP'd here at the high, so my stop is break even. If you are not like well managed, just prioritize your position before watching the stream. And if you're not involved, please make sure you trade with a plan and a strategy. You don't want to find yourself like longing or shorting very impulsive price action without a clear plan or strategy, of course, because you might be on the wrong side. And with this volatility, price can turn very quickly as well. So trade is safe. Now let me actually put my other light on here so that you can see me a bit better. It's quite dark now. So yeah, today's stream. Uppala, that's that. Toggle up. There we go. You can see me now. Ooh, I gotta say I was a little bit nervous for today. Like excitement, nervosity. I guess first of all because I was in a position and it's news, and I'm not really. I had a plan this morning. I wrote everything down. Why is it laggy? I'm not sure, but yeah, a little bit nervous because you never know with the news. But I traded the probabilities, so yeah. May this move be a stop run from market makers to catch liquidity? Potentially, of course, there's volume here because of the daily naked point of control. We also have, for everyone, for your information on the 4-hour time frame, we also have the volume profile point of control of the whole range at this level. So yeah, there is absolutely, it's an important volume level, right? So you are at resistance, you are not at support. Of course, if you can flip this, then yeah, 100 plus is basically next. So considering the volume, if this is a wave 5, it has to be a C. Yeah, it's of course also news related. So, but yeah, you would think wave C, wave 3, of a double 1-2, of course. Not to forget, wave Bs can have high volume, but it's already very high for a B. So yeah, if it retraces, most important is going to be the structure, right? The structure of the retracement is what matters the most. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Let me shortly move up. Oh, what's up, Legionario? Loving the work. Yo, Stain, welcome. How you doing? Thanks for your comment, by the way. Stain, I think it's actually your first comment here on the channel. So thanks for your message. Pineapple, white's laggy. If it's still laggy, let me know. It should work. Everything should work all right now. I'm also on the edge of actually using my new laptop. So I got a brand new one, but it's Mac OS, so I got to get used to it. So, but I'm working on it. And I am figuring out Ecamm Live at the moment. So see if that is something that I want to use. Probably. So yeah, welcome everyone. Walson, Lego, Gillian, Sam, Kevin, Adam, Veronica. Oh, cool. Mr. Friends. Yo, I got to reply to your messages. I've read them, but I gotta answer. Christian, what's up? JSK, Albert, Oku. Everyone's same names. Rahul, Bogdan, Pineapple, Young, Min, GP, Hash, Bert, Blaster, Captain. What's up, everyone? Thanks for coming in as well. It's, of course, an interesting time now with the volatility on the chart. If you just jumped in, we are first observing the price action, and we will get to the analysis in a little bit. This morning, I uploaded a new video where I analyzed the daily, 4-hour, and the 1-hour time frame. So if you haven't seen it, check that one out. It's 15 minutes. But we were looking for the daily naked point of control to be hit at some point, 98,150. So it has done that today, which is a very nice indeed. Captain Swag, maybe a Band-Aid, by the way. All the mods, of course. Odin, maybe a Band-Aid. How you doing? Mr. Kumar, TP. Yeah, looking LFG Sibel. Yeah, where's Sibel? Sibel. Yo, where you at? Mark, what's up? John. Yo, how you doing? John, are you positioned now or did you go to bed? Or, I mean, of course, now you're awake again, but did you manage to get something going? Mohib, welcome. Doing good. Doing even better with price moving up. Oh, exactly, Rahul. So, Doc, what's up, Kodama? Good morning, Chris Pratt. I don't know if you remember me telling you how you look like Chris Pratt. I know. You're the only one that ever called me like that. I guess thanks for the comment. Or the compliment, I suppose. It's quite a good-looking guy. But, yeah, cheers, Kodama. Good to have you here. Elias, Kurtish, Lucas, welcome, everyone. I just explained Michael. Beer a bit. How you doing, man? Welcome, dude. Victor Lupu, Leon. Okay, we're almost there. Huh? Legionario, Kadir. 15 minutes CVD exhaustion. I would not focus on exhaustion, only absorption. Absorption is most interesting. Exhaustion is not really important. So, Haikuns, the volume is high. Can this be a wave 3? Yes, if it continues, then this would be counted as a 3. And we just finished a double 1-2 with a shallow 2, as explained in the morning update. So if you continue pushing here, then yes, that would be the way it's going to be counted. I can see my chat not showing up, probably because of the banned words. So in Discord, there's a banned word list. It's just to avoid scammers taking over the chat and writing stuff. So I have a very quite extensive list of banned words. Most of these make absolutely zero sense and are words you're never going to use. But these are words that scammers use all the time. And that is why they're in this list. And if you would like write something in the chat here and you put dots in between like a certain word that might be banned, it works. But scammers generally, don't give them ideas, don't put dots and stuff in there. Healthy wave, 5-wave move up, volume must be high, then last retracement 3-wave down. It's good you have a strategy, Pineapple. That's most important. Great analysis as always. Do we break out of the wedge and continue to 120K? Step by step, step by step. So we're currently at 99. We just passed resistance at 98,150. I'm not here to talk about 120 nor about 70. We take it level by level, but of course we have our scenarios and we're prepared. So take it easy, because as price is moving to the upside, you still got to manage it. It's still you're not just at 120 in one go, right? So yeah, taking it easy. By the way, thanks, Crypto Kid, of course. No positions. Too unclear on setup for 805. Ultra bullish. Too unclear on the setup. Yeah, the ultra bullish. It's only because it retraced to wave 4. I thought about it. It bumped after a 3-wave. This looked like a diagonal. I struggled with a good 5-wave because of this first move being a 5, and in an ending diagonal, this has to be a 3. So instead of a 3, this was a 5, and then that's why I got to the ultra bullish scenario. But yeah, of course, as price is moving, just wait for the 4 and 5. Of course, if we look up a little bit further, then you do have at 104, 105 the weekly naked point of control. So there you go, 105.2. So of course, therefore, there's 1, 2, 1, 2. If you count an impulse 3 and then eventually 4 5s, you could end at that weekly naked point of control, and look for a rejection. Possibly go back to the point of control again at 98. Before, in the bullish scenario, you look for continuation. In the bearish scenario, of course, it's different. But yeah, level by level. 100K is still a little bit of resistance because we have an order block here. So you going to Trump's crypto ball on the 18th? 2.5K a ticket. Getting some insider information. No, I'm not really interested. I don't know, like what people would be there. It could be interesting for the network. Just checking who's there. Doxa, how you doing? Timur, welcome. Jay, Maurice. Attacking single prints this morning, it seems. Yeah, we hit the daily naked point of control at the low. Main headlines had to do with CPI. Reactional crypto Bitcoin is also referred to as CPI, not CPI. Interesting, thanks. Cheers, Edward. Cheers. Gabriel could reject at 104 and go down before all-time high. Yeah, I would like 105.2. If you do go to 104, then preferably a little bit higher to hit the weekly naked point of control. And in that case, it would be nicer to then have a high and then a retracement. So 5 waves up and then get a 3-wave corrective retracement back to like 98. Do you use bull divs and bear divs? Yes. I was watching perpetuals building shorts all night. They got wrecked. Yeah, they did. They did, yeah. So when price was at the low here, so let me say this differently. When price was ranging here, I put myself a limit short on the daily naked point of control, just in case, for the WXY potential, like eventually probabilities once we lost structure higher to move down, and looking for lower. Of course, during the weekend probabilities were higher to move down, but just in case, we got down here. And actually, when I saw this price section here, I removed the limit short because the scenario this morning, shared in the video this morning, I had the bullish scenario of just pumping through, and I was like, yeah, let me just wait for the news. I am not comfortable having a limit when there's news. Absolutely not. Good decision. It's really impossible from 89.99. What a pump. What's up, BBL? Did you see in the invitation of No, actually. Did he write me on Discord or where did he write me? Daywald and I, now and then we are in touch. I don't think I actually have a message. Sometimes we're in touch. Like Daywald was part of the gold community in membership back in the day, and later started his own channel doing Elliott wave analysis. Great guy, very kind. And sometimes we chat. Sometimes I pop in a live but I don't know. I don't have an invitation. Good morning, James. One lucky dog. What's up? Checking in from the chilly Midwest USA, -8. I am hodling today. Good on you, Mr. James. Welcome from the chilly Midwest. I say hi. Oh, wait, why is it so wide? Alex and their viewers just joined. Say hello. What's up, Alex? And all the otters joining. Yo, what's up, man? Alex and probably all the others. How you doing? Sending over the gang. Yo, what's up? By the way, I guess we can pretty much end the poll now because at the moment we got that move up. So 222 votes. Jeez. So yeah, if you're new here, welcome to everyone. By the way, if you don't know Alex, check him out. You can, of course. Whoa, chat's going really quick. So Alex is an analyst from Canada. So maybe it fits in your time zone. And he doesn't use Elliott waves too much. Sometimes he talks about it, but he uses a lot of different confluences in his trading. He is a full-time trader. Just got a kid at the end of last year and married as well. Very chill guy, very chill vibe, very relaxed. Always saying love to you and all the love, and really, really, really down to earth, chill guy. So check him out. And welcome to all the otters joining. Good to have you guys here. Holy shit. Would you expect all-time high before drop below 90K? So this is, of course, what happens when price is pumping a bit or dumping a bit. You get the extremes. But at the moment, look, if this is an impulse, you, of course, want price to continue higher, right? So if you look 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? We still need 2 more ranges to then finish the impulse. 105 would be nice. Now, if you get a impulsive structure here to the upside, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? Then this impulse is going to be counted, right, as either a wave 1, wave A, or a wave C. Wave C would be bearish. That is moving below your 90K. 1 and A are bullish because you expect a retracement continuation. From an Elliott wave point of view, if this turns into a complete impulse, then the probabilities are higher, especially if you take out 102, are higher that the structure to the upside is a 1 or A for retracement continuation. But first, you need a finished impulse. So as interesting as it, of course, is to talk about high targets and continuation and the whole world is bullish because price moved up a few K, take it step by step. If you just joined, we just observed the price action now. I might actually consider starting the analysis in a few minutes. And then we go over the different Elliott wave scenarios. It's just that what happens now because of the news is important. Also with regards to the probabilities, but the probabilities this morning on the 1 hour were bullish to move up, finally hit that daily naked point of control. Same on the 4 and the daily, but of course I urge to check the news. So that is what we do. But Kun and Alex, the best crypto bros. Exactly. Yo. Never come back from Africa trip. This is not live. What's up, the folks? How you doing, man? At least I brought myself an African with me because that's my wife, no? Interesting poll results, 50-50. Yeah, I of course, once price pushes, probably more people press on bullish, but yeah. What's up, everyone? How you doing? Hop from his live stream to yours. John, there were no decent retracement on this move up from 89. Very hard to get in without yellow entries with super wide stops. Well done to those in. Has a sleepy time. Good night, John. Yeah. it's not easy to be part of such moves indeed, because of the very shallow retracements. So fully agree, but nighttime for John, so time to go to bed indeed. Finally choose well. Yeah, some of XRP wave 4 still looking for 5 all-time highs. I'm not mad. My limit buys around 88.8, missed by $100. Yeah, Madavada. It happens to the best, no? Happens to the best. I wonder if this has an impulse. Will financial freedom? Yeah, one starts to wonder. Start analysis, very interesting at the moment. Yeah, especially what's happening now is what makes it even more interesting. So can't really trust CVD when price is pushing like this. So I got to be very patient with reading CVD. So, the most important thing now, of course, is you want to hold the resistance back into support. Value area high at 100K, a little bit of resistance, 104, 100.1. And if you clear this, then the weekly naked point of control would be my next target. Daily is not really relevant. That's why I have a box here. I tend to have boxes at important levels. So, yeah. Okay, we may as well start. What's up, Odin? Dave Digital, how you doing, dude? Continue with the gym in 2025, eh? Okay, let's start, everyone. Let us begin with the analysis. So what I'm going to do first is clear the chart. And price is moving. Cool, we know. Let's start from the beginning. Take a step back. Go to the higher time frame. And because of the volatility, let's include the weekly this time. Again, I think we did the weekly recently. But let's include it again just to cover it shortly. Okay. Wait. All right. Okay, cool. So we're going to start with the Elliott wave analysis, starting on the weekly all the way down to the 15-minute time frame, basically, so that you have a full overview of what we are looking for. I'm going to refresh this and put this to a 15-minute time frame, so that we can continue to observe what Bitcoin does. Of course, this bullish CVD played out. CVD at the moment, right? It's not too interesting because you're pushing, so you just need to wait for a new range to form, and then once the new range comes, that's when CVD gets interesting again. So at the moment, it doesn't really do anything. If you observe the 1 minute, you might be able to see like 1 minute CVDs, or you can see absorption in one particular candle, but it's not too interesting. So cool. There we go. Starting the analysis right now. 39 minutes in. Weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, bearish and bullish. Of course, I should actually say bullish and bearish Elliott wave scenarios. And then we end with the probabilities and the polylines where we summarize everything. Let's start. Bullish scenario on the weekly time frame is a multi-1-2 3-4-5-4-5, right? Now in this particular scenario, you're looking for 3 more all-time highs, which is as bullish as it gets, basically, because you have to count 2 wave 2s in this scenario. Now, the wave 2s are very long, which means you can expect the force to be quite long as well. And that's a bit of a problem because actually this is your lower probability Elliott wave scenario at the moment. Because what you want to see here is very impulsive continuation. Preferably, you see volume increasing because this is your wave 3 in blue of your bigger wave 3 in green, and commonly 3 has the highest volume. Now 3 in green is nicely extended, but mind you, the blue 3, right, might actually turn out shorter than blue 1. If that's the case, blue 5 has to be shorter than 3. Reason is wave 3 can never be the shortest. So this is your bullish scenario where you're looking for continuation. Bearish scenario, which at the moment has the highest probability, still proven otherwise, is a 5-wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in the target area for a wave 5, but even here preferably we still look for price to take out the high at least once, possibly twice, before getting a bigger retracement. If you do blast through 130k at some point, yeah, okay, that's when we can start thinking about that more bullish scenario, but we got to take it step by step. Also, if the volume is increasing above the volume we had here on the weekly time frame on Coinbase, that is when we can think about the bullish scenario. Because if we're looking for a multi 1, 2 and a 3, most commonly 3 as mentioned, highest volume. At the moment, this is lower volume. And another high on lower volume is something you like to see when you go from a 3 to a 5. So that is the weekly time frame, preferably in both cases. We still look for price to move up. This is the summary basically, right? So these are the polylines in both cases. You preferably still, from a probabilities perspective, make another all-time high. But then what happens after is going to be most interesting indeed. Now then we have the daily time frame. This is your bullish scenario. Bullish scenario remains your higher probability scenario. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inside wave 3, a finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could possibly add another 4 or 5 if you add here another 1, 2, but at the moment that's not relevant. Right? Let's first wait and see if price can actually generate this wave 5, and if it does, the next range will give us all the information. As what I always tend to say, the ranges will give you all the information that you need. Right? So we got to wait for 5 to form. Now the common target area for your wave 4 is touched. The 382 is a very nice target for a 4. From a time perspective and also price, it would be quite nice if this here is the low of your 4. It's not a requirement. You still have a little bit of leeway, but it would be ideal because your wave 4 here ended now nicely between the 1 and the 3 fib time compared to 2, which basically means 4 is longer than 2, but not by too long. 1 to 3 is a good area. But that also means that locally we now need to create an impulse to the upside, then look for a rejection, a retracement, before then a continuation to the upside. Right? So that is what we're looking for locally, which then means that on the 4-hour time frame, we look for this. Forget about the polyline, because of course in the morning I shared this scenario, which basically we're following this wide line. But all that I wanted to say with the 4-hour here is this is your finished wave 4 bullish scenario. So this is a double zigzag, ABC, 3 wave in X, another ABC. Minimum target for Y is reached, taking out the low of W. On top of nice support, which happened during the live stream here as well on the 13th of January. So that was quite nice. And then price moving up. Now the retracement here, very shallow as explained in the morning update, right? But basically you're looking for 1, 2, because price is pushing now, another 1, 2 continuation. So we may have to adjust the white polyline here. But if I would adjust it with the recent information, go to the 1 hour, then we have a nice high amount of volume in the recent move towards the upside, right? Now, if you do turn around and change the structure, by the way, then this high is going to, again, be labeled as either C, right? Or this is the end of an A or 1 if you come to the downside. But first, we need to change market structure, which we're not doing at the moment. So your bullish scenario, wait, let me just do this. I already have it on the 4 anyway. Bullish scenario on the 4, meaning you need an impulse up. You go to the 1 hour time frame. Ta-da. So this is the most bullish case. But it requires price to continue pushing. So you don't want to lose the daily naked point of control again. Now you want to flip this resistance into support, 98K, 98.3. So this was a scenario from the morning video. In the morning, this morning was the first time I actually showed this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Finished blue 1, finished 2, and then another 1, 2. Now the reason why this scenario came to mind is because we had a 3-wave structure down, touching the 886s here, meaning this move down was always higher probabilities to be corrective, probabilities much higher to take out this high, which we then did here, right? The 886 probabilities playing out. But we moved to a wave 4. Now the 0.236 is a very, very shallow retracement for a wave 2, right? The common retracement for a wave 2 is the 0.5 to the 786 Fibonacci, not the 0.236. The only reason I had it in mind is because we reacted to the wave 4. This is a lower degree 4 in white, right? And we moved down and we got back up. And a wave 2 tends to retrace to a wave 2 of a lower degree or a wave 4 of a lower degree, right? That's your most common target, either your 4 or your 2 of a lower degree. Now, this wave 4 acted as support, so that's why instead of continuation down to your 2. So that is why I considered it. And then locally, this now then would need to be an impulse for another 1, 2. So you have a diagonal, you have your 2, this has to be your 3. Which now means that the invalidation for this scenario is going to be this low. And you want price to continue pushing. Because of course, if you're looking for a wave 3 to the upside, you now want to see a 3 and then 4, 5, 4, 5 at a later stage. But you want price to continue, right? Of course, you can add another 1, 2, no problem, triple 1, 2. But you want price to continue. You don't want to move back to the downside. Did we hit the value area high, by the way? No, not yet. Okay. Okay. Very nice. Is this still relevant? As long as you don't take out the low, it's not relevant. So let's remove this. So this becomes your bullish scenario. Your bearish scenario here, by the way, we're going to talk about that now, is 1, 2, 3, 4, finish 5, but then as a C. There you go, back down. But let's cover the bearish scenarios and then the probabilities. Back to the daily. Because you always need a bullish and a bearish scenario. You just got to know the probabilities. So on the daily, lower probabilities still, as long as you don't really take out this low or retrace very deep. There's not really a reason yet to think about this scenario as the higher probability scenario. So you have your 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 already finished, but your blue 4 is very short compared to blue 2, which lowers the probabilities, as commonly 4 is longer than 2, right? And basically in this scenario, you look for price to continue down and get a much bigger retracement. The only way really to get that done would be a multi 1, 2, which is what you see here. So 1 flat in 2, 1 flat in 2, get a 3 down. So actually go the other direction. Again, not the highest probabilities. It's not the highest probabilities. You would need to see great signs of weakness before a scenario like this can get the highest probabilities. But you need to be prepared, right? Because it's important from a management point of view. But at the moment, of course, locally, there's no great signs of weakness, at least not yet, right? The invalidation for this scenario is the high here at 102.7. This scenario came to light yesterday as John in the group put this down in Discord. So I covered it for the first time yesterday in the stream, and today is the second time. Just for awareness, does not have the highest probabilities unless great weakness shows, which is not the case, right? So it's all probabilities. And if you do take out the low at 89, your bullish scenario, as long as you don't take out 102, remains this. I just want to show it. I don't really want to talk about it because at the moment it's not yet relevant. On a 1 hour time frame, your bearish scenario initially was this, but this of course now is not a diagonal anymore for the bears, because the bears basically need to end, if you want to be bearish, if you want to be bearish. This needs to be a wave, a wave C. You need a flat, right? A, B, and then a C towards the upside. That's as bearish as it gets, because if this is a C, then you can look for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and price to move towards the downside, right? If this is an A or a 1, corrective down and up. I'll talk about correction down or impulse down once we start talking about probabilities. But basically, of course, now we have this push up. Ideally, this wave 5 would have ended at the daily naked point of control, because now the count starts to get a little bit awkward, right? We can see the range here and the range here. Counts nice as a 2 and a 4 to then finish a 5. But now this move to the upside is too high for any diagonals. So basically what then needs to happen now is we now need to count this as 3, this as 4, this has to be your 5. Then your wave 3 is ending a diagonal. A little bit of live analysis, but that's because of the price action now. All right, so wait, when I'm gonna up, there we go. So your 3 is an ending diagonal. Your 2 is there. And then you need this is 3, 4, and then you have your 5. So I do know there's a couple of 1, 2s down here because I traded long because of it. And then, wait, let me be complete here. Have this as a 5, put this as a, let's put this red, green is fine. And then make this blue, and then make this white. So another 1, 2, you have your 3. So this would be your new bearish count. On the chart. Finishing wave 5 on a high amount of volume, which is quite typical for wave Cs. So the bulls, they need continuation. You don't actually want to move down here. If you move down here, it's actually not too great. So the bulls definitely want to see price to continue towards the upside. Locally here, 3. A bit short to count this as nice 4s, but 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? So potential for a finished impulse, get a bit of a retracement, retest the daily naked point of control and see if it holds. So that's an important question. Okay. Yeah, so this is now the revised bearish. Oh, mind you, by the way, it's bearish and bullish because this can be a 1, 2, 3 or A, B, C or C and down. What to look for and how probabilities change, I'll explain in the probability. No, I'll explain now because we're talking about it. So if price comes back down and takes out the lows here, right? How do you know if this is a C and you're going to look for the lows, or if this is a 2 or B and you look for continuation? You know it because of the retracement. So counting this move to the upside as a 5-wave impulse, right? This is your quote-unquote bearish impulse, because again, your bullish impulse is a multi 1, 2, right? Multi 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Continuation. We want to see price continue to the upside in this scenario. Your bearish impulse, which is still an impulse, is this. Now, if price decides to come back down, what do you need to look for, right? Well, one, is this move down, if you change the structure, corrective or impulsive? That's the most important question. If it becomes a 3-wave, a corrective structure, meaning it can be a flat, it can be a zigzag and then move back up, right? It can be a W, X, and a Y, right? As long as it's not a triangle, it is bullish, because then you're looking for 1, 2, 3. Your wave 2 has to be a 3-wave corrective structure. So there you go. So if, and that's an if, price comes down, right? Because we got to take it step by step. And at the moment, we're above resistance, potentially now support. If price does come to the downside, If this is corrective, and that's something we will analyze on the channel, if it is corrective, we are looking for continuation, but we need to be patient and see what we get here. If it is impulsive, we look for downside and new lows. At the moment, not yet relevant, right? Because price is moving to the upside. We haven't changed the structure, but we are prepared, right? Probabilities from this morning were higher to move up and touch the daily naked point of control as a minimum. We've been looking at this for a very long time, so I'm happy we finally hit it. Price is moving up with an increased amount of volume. So preferably this move to the upside for the bulls is part of a wave 3, right? Bears want to label this wave 5. Bulls need to see continuation to the upside and structure to be maintained. Bears want to lose support and break structure. Right? So as long as you do not break the structure, the probabilities are arguably higher for the bulls. Actually, as long as you don't break below resistance turning support, your initial directional bias would be upside. Right? If you change structure, retracement. And then it depends on what the retracement structure is. So we'll take it as it comes, but a bearish scenario needs an impulse to the downside. A bullish scenario, a 3-wave corrective structure if it comes down. Because of course your alternative is this. We're now retesting the box here. We just moved above the point of control as well. So we are now retesting the point of control that we made since the beginning of this range last year. Right, so at the moment probabilities are higher for upside as long as you do not take out this high. So your invalidation, which is basically this scenario, right, as your higher probability with this one as the alternative. Okay, so this is the 4-hour volume profile. Point of control just been now moving above the point of control. Value area high at 100, just above there, a bit of an order block as well. Bounced on the value area low. Very nice. We had some news. This has passed, right? We were looking forward to this. So Kant and I was a little bit nervous because I was in a new position, and generally I don't really enjoy trading just before news, but I saw an opportunity and I took it. I'm happy it played out. So if you then look at the probabilities from this morning and revise where necessary, so now we're going to summarize, right? So this is the summary part of the analysis. On the weekly time frame, the probabilities at the moment remain higher to still take out the high at some point. Nothing new. This has not changed because of the little pump that we have at the moment. This has been the case for a very long time already, if you have been here for the past months. So as long as locally there is no significant weakness, which starts by changing some structure as a bare minimum, there is no reason yet to think for more bearish options. On the daily time frame, the blue line remains the higher probability scenario compared to the red line, which is the bullish scenario where you still look for a wave 5 to be made. The red line is the bearish scenario, which is basically your 1, 2, 1, 2, and then continuation down. For that to increase in probabilities, for starters, we need to change the structure again locally. You just need to wait and see if that happens. But it's not the highest probability scenario unless you start to at least move down high volume. The move to the downside has to be impulsive, not corrective. So that's of course stuff that we will analyze here. But you need an impulsive move to the downside to try and take out this low, right? And then on the 4-hour, these polylines are a little bit old. Let me just use the analysis. So we're holding, we're slowing down here a little bit. But at the moment, your highest amount of volume in this trend to the upside is in the recent 1-hour closed candle. So for the bulls, it is important, we label this as a 3, right? We want to see a wave 3 and then 4 5s continue to the upside. The bears want to label this move to the upside as a wave 5 and then change the structure again and move to the downside. That's the difference between the two scenarios. At the moment, you are above resistance, right? Potentially now turning into support. So as long as you are above support, probabilities are higher for the bulls. Quite simple, I suppose, not really for the bears. So that is why this scenario then comes into play. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then a 3. As long as support holds, looking for upside, right? It's not really a reason to look for downside. This is your invalidation, by the way. So this low is the invalidation for continuation to the upside. And if you take out the low, then this becomes primary, where if you then retrace, you change the structure. If the move down is impulsive, we look for new lows. If corrective, we look for highs. And that is only something that we can analyze, of course, once we get that price action, which at the moment we do not have because we're moving to the upside. From a psychology point of view, just like what John mentioned earlier here in chat, moves like these are not always easy to enter new positions in, right? Because you don't really get any deep retracements. Now, price is moving to the upside. Always trade with a plan and a strategy, right? Support resistance flips can be an option. We had bullish CVDs over here, which is what I like to use. Elliott waves as well. Know your invalidations and where you're wrong. Always calculate your risk first, not your reward, right? Know how much you're going to lose when you enter. Don't FOMO and just drag your position size to the right with a high amount of leverage. And if it then does come down, you're absolutely going to get fucked. You know, that's not what you want to see. So trade safe, especially in volatile environments. Don't FOMO, don't YOLO. There will always be a new opportunity in case you missed it. And if you don't have a plan or your plan at the moment is not valid, right? Then just wait for your opportunity to come, right? Doesn't matter if price is ranging at 100K or at 90K, at 120 or 70K. If you are a day trader, right, it doesn't matter where price is because you are trading the daily movement, right, or the movement in a couple of days. So there will be a new opportunity. And what I generally like to say is wait for a range to form, as that will give you all the information you need. I did not trade this wick. I went long in the range, actually at the very end of the range. I posted this on Instagram, by the way, link in the description. If you go to the LINKTREE and then here, Instagram. So I went long literally here after this whole range. And same, price was going sideways. I entered, well, actually a little bit earlier. I entered somewhere here. You know, we already ranged for so long. I'm still in that position. So that's the position I got in this morning, basically. Oh, wait, that means I entered somewhere here. So wait for new ranges to form. Those are the ones that give you all the opportunities. So yeah, the prices of resistance, I suppose you mean, Pavlo. So if we look at the support and resistance levels on my chart, then this is the volume profile of the whole range. So we're now above the point of control, 98.5. That's important. To the upside, we then have the value area high at 100K, pretty much exactly 100K. Just above, we have an order block. That's on the lower time frame, 1530. But a bit of an order block at 100.5 to 101. Above that, there's just not much left. A little bit of a daily here at 102, but I don't regard that daily as very important because it's just below the high, so it doesn't really serve a purpose. But then the next more interesting resistance would be 104.2 to 105.4, most notably the weekly naked point of control at 105.2. That is very important resistance. And to the downside, a little brush here. To the downside here, we have 91.4, 92K as support. This blue or white box now was my support in case price came down. This has touched and we reacted, so I turned it white because it's already been tested. So it's actually not really relevant. So we might as well just remove it. It just looks good because we had support here. So why not keep it on the chart? In this box, by the way, if you're curious, we had a point of control daily and the 382 retracement on the daily from an Elliott wave point of view. Those were all in this box, and I like to have my target boxes, which cleans up the chart very nicely. So that is resistance to the upside, bit of support down, and then here we still have around 87 some support as well. I don't really want to lose it. So yeah, that is that's at the moment what's going on. So hopefully everyone is enjoying their day. Bit of volatility, always nice, right? Changes some things on the chart. And yeah, that is what we do on a daily basis. So if you're new, every morning I post a Elliott wave update, usually not as elaborate as this like the whole weekly, daily 4 hour, 1 hour. Generally, I like to pick 1 or 2 time frames and make it a bit shorter, like a 5-minute, 10-minute analysis. And then I live stream every afternoon in case you have questions or anything changed. I go live 2:30 p.m. Central European time every day. And in the morning, I upload a video update. So if you find Elliott waves interesting or you want to learn stuff, then feel free to hang out. Now, for the people that want to learn Elliott waves, this is not about memberships. Please check out the playlist on YouTube, because everything you need to know about Elliott waves is actually in this playlist. It's short videos, very fast and to the point. So it goes very quick. There's only 2 videos longer than 8 minutes. The rest is shorter. And this is everything you need to know. So if you enjoy Elliott waves, if you're like, oh, that's quite cool, I want to learn it. Takes a while, not going to lie. For me, it took about 1.5 to 2 years to really be an expert in the matter. But, you know, it is, I think, one of the best tools ever to analyze the chart. It's like reading a book. And if you don't feel like learning Elliott waves, but you do want to have Elliott wave analysis, welcome to the channel. I do the work. So grab a beer and chill. Okay. And I will wait and see what we get on the chart. No. Let me put the daily naked point of control on the chart. So that one. Where's my... So just putting the levels, some of the levels back on. For guidance, fixed range, where is the... Okay, so... I just want to keep an eye on the value area high. There we go. Is that the same level, by the way, on the 3, 4? Yeah. Okay. So then I can remove the fixed range. Okay, so we started analyzing at 39 minutes. Because of higher amount of volume, is it a wave 3? Probabilities are higher for a wave 3 till proven otherwise, yes. You need to change the structure to change the probabilities. Elliott wave analysis started at 39 minutes. Now we're chatting in Q&A. No? Put a pinned comment here. Pin it. But even if looking for a wave 3, I need a clear plan. So we passed the resistance, right? Testing, arguably here, testing as support. Maybe go a bit deeper to test. But yeah, like if you're not part of any move, one needs a very clear plan, a calculated plan. Support resistance flip can be a plan, right? Using the order flow, using candlestick patterns, trend lines, CVD, new CVD divergences. If you get a new range and you use CVD, that's good stuff. But you don't just want to YOLO into moves and hope it works out without a plan, not calculating your loss, because that's what's most important. Is know how much you lose if you're wrong. It's not about how much you gain, of course. So I I generally risk 1% of my portfolio, sometimes 0.5 if I'm either not as confident, or this also sometimes happens when I've had a couple of very, very good days. I start to feel it. Not like, oh, I've made so much profit, but you start to feel from a psychology point of view. You can feel like, oh, it's been going very well, like, and I want to avoid wasting the profits I made. So that's why I tend to sometimes then lower my risk, but do continue, of course, trading. So yeah, you need a clear plan. Know when you're wrong, and if you're wrong, make sure you risk a few, or preferably 1% or less than 1%, or don't risk your whole account basically. So you don't want to be on the wrong side, especially with volatility like this now. So do you use prop firms? I prefer. No, I do have an account, and I have in the past more actively traded FTMO. I mean, if you go with one, then I would suggest going with the bigger ones, not the newy ones and stuff. But I actually do prefer trading my own capital and doing FTMO sometimes on the side. More, I suppose, swingy, if anything. I'm not very active, but yeah, I do have experience with it, but only with that one. I don't know any others. So yeah. If you have zero capital, yes, you can use it as a starting block. But the moment, of course, it depends. Every trader is different. So I guess once it's twofold. If you have a low amount of capital and you get a challenge, right? I do think so. This is what I think is really good about funded challenges is you need to test your strategy, because if your strategy sucks, you're not going to pass. Now you might pass with a bit of luck, but then afterwards you're probably going to lose the account very quick because it's not working out, right? So if you start with a low funded challenge, I don't know what the lowest is at the moment, $50 or $100 for maybe like a 10K or 5K or something like that, then you can put that down, try the challenge, see if you can pass it, and if you don't, then look at the data, right? What went wrong? Did I overtrade? Did I use too much leverage, or like whatever? Because of course you also get all the data when you trade on those platforms. And that can be more beneficial than putting it into an exchange, the same amount of money, so $50 or $100, you put it in an exchange, you blow it up, and then you just put 50 in again. And you do not have data, right? You have no idea. You're not taking the time to analyze. You just, 50 gone, 50 back in, and hops, there we go again, So I think if you want to learn to trade consistently, those funded challenges might actually be a fun challenge. But don't start buying 100K accounts, because if that goes wrong, you lose, what are they now, 500, I guess. So or yeah, something like that, right? So and it's a waste of money. If you don't have experience trading, or you're not yet consistently profitable, there is absolutely no point in trying a 100K, 200K account. It may look great, right? But just start with a 5K, 10K. If you're consistently profitable, use the money, use the profits to buy the bigger account. Do the challenge, merge the two accounts, trade with the bigger account, use the profits to add another account, merge the accounts, bigger, and then build it up like that, right? So that you prove to yourself you can trade consistently. You use the profits to add on top of, or add a new account. But I definitely see the benefit of prop firms, but choose the good ones. Don't choose the ones that the new ones and the ones that lure you in, and all that stuff. So yeah, how's the volume on this move? does it match with a wave 5? Well, in a wave 5, you preferably actually have lower volume than a 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most commonly in an impulse, the highest amount of volume is in your wave 3, not your wave 5. So that is why, from an impulsive perspective, you can see the highest volume in this uptrend here, higher than here, is in the latest move. Don't count the low, and the low is always special. So you want to count 1, 2, 3, 5, right? And your 5 has more volume. So from an impulse perspective, you preferably look at a 3. Now, if you look at wave C's, then a wave C can end on high volume. And a wave C is also a 5-wave structure. But wave C have a higher probability or higher tendency to end on higher amounts of volume. And just for the sake of examples, this was a wave C. I can actually go to the 1 hour. So this moved to the downside here, right? That's your C. Look how high the volume is in the wick, right? So they can definitely end on high volume, but then you're looking for C's preferably, and not an impulse anymore. So that is why, as explained in the analysis, this move up for the bulls is a 3, for the bears is a 5. But you're looking at a 3 as long as you don't change the structure, because it doesn't make sense. Also, to short in a pump is generally not recommended. No financial advice, of course. So if price would lose the support, right, resistance turning into support, if it loses support, right, starts to move to the downside, changes the structure, then it becomes interesting to look for some lower prices and observe the structure that forms. But at the moment, it's not yet relevant. Quick little scroll here. Week 62. Good job, Dave. Going to the gym every week. Die hard. Okay, this is where we were initially. Can't listen, I'm in class. What a guy. Kun, could you show please again support and resistance? So here it is, of course. Right. Good luck. How to join your channel? Discord is free. Discord free. Telegram free. Of course, I have memberships in case people want to have some more information, learn Elliott waves, short-term updates, whatever. It's a join button below the stream. But I do a lot, and a lot is just public. It's all out there. So it's in the description is the Discord and the Telegram. More news tomorrow. Yes. Are we going to check altcoin these days? Absolutely. But of course, with this week, it's very, very high volatility, of course, on Bitcoin. Yesterday news, today some news. We have Thursday here, still some news as well. So let's see what happens. And then we still have Friday as well. So there's a lot going on this week, which makes it very interesting. And then, of course, due to the volatility, Bitcoin becomes the main focus. But generally, we also do a lot of altcoins. Focus on Bitty here at the moment. I have a question about your opinion on weekly volume on the BTC-CME. Bigger volume on this second run. Is it somehow... So for me, the volume of Coinbase is most important. It's the chart that I've used for a very long time. And I actually collected data on different charts. Right? So I compared different charts and I compared the wicks, meaning normal wicks, the amount of scam wicks, the volume, and Coinbase, this chart. So the Bitcoin / US dollar Coinbase. That's the one that came out best. So that's the one I use. So whenever I talk about volume, of course, in my videos and the live stream, you'll know that the volume is very nicely respected in combination with the Elliott wave counts that we do here on the chart since the beginning of the channel. And I mainly focus on the volume on this chart. CME, of course, also avoids the weekends. I don't know why CME, like the CME gaps can be relevant because of the percentage times they fill, right? There's a statistic of it. But CME, you miss the weekends, but crypto is like a 24/7 market. I don't really know why someone would like to analyze the CME when the weekend price action is incredibly important for scenarios, because that's generally where you get your X, your B, your 2, your 4. It's very, very interesting. Besides, the weekend can actually get you very, very nice trades. Last weekend, we had this was very nice. We had a weekly or sorry, not a weekly. We had a daily naked point of control here, right? And we had the normal point of control of this little bit here. I mean, ping pong, beautiful. But if you do not have all of this information here, because that's the weekend, how do you analyze this? And then the next like morning, whoops, we go down. Like, so yeah, I wouldn't trust the volume, but I'm not an expert in the CME chart. I don't really know much about it, only that it doesn't track the weekends, which for me is a bit weird in a 24/7 market. Can it be a flat in wave 2? The B is too high. No, I'm not bearish now until we hit 105k. Yo, Gabriel, that's the first time I see you changing. welcome to the upside team now. Nino, welcome. Pineapple. This hour will be interesting. Stock market will open and the price of it is quite nice. Yeah, so New York opened 15 minutes now. So let's see. All-time high in January. Can you say the numbers? So I did that. Alex, have a wonderful day, man. Thanks for being here. Because is it a multi-1-2 or now a finished 5? As long as price, so I explained this in the analysis, right? As long as you are above this resistance now support, you're looking for wave 3. Only if you start to change structure, especially if you move, of course, down to below 97, that's when you're gonna count a 5. Answer this, answer that. Back to 95 after the CPI result. Yeah, one thing with news, which can be tricky at times, is news candles tend to be filled at a later stage. But this candle is at like 98, right? It doesn't have to happen immediately. But if you would get an impulse to the upside, it's a little short at the moment, of course, for a 3 if you count 1 2 1 2 and you look for a 3. But if you would continue towards the upside, and imagine for the sake of the example, you're gonna have a look at the weekly naked point of control at 105. Let me remove the rest. It will take a while, before we're there. We're not even close. But then your wave 2 is going to be, this is your wave 2 targets for the bulls. It's even going to be below this news candle. All right, your most common target for a 2 is the 05786 area, which is starting at 97. And that is only when you go all the way up in an impulse, 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5. You still need 4 5s. We're not even close at the moment. Right? And if you would end at the weekly naked point of control and retrace, then the 382 is your minimum target, and the common target is 05786. So it gets you back to the gap that you basically created here on the 1 hour now. Grillion, thank you, sir. How many percent is realistic a month? If you're starting out, so okay, few things, right? Like hopefully I can pass on a couple of mistakes that I made in the past, I suppose. Step 1, first learn the exchange. So as attractive as it is to look at earning money with trading, probably in the beginning you're gonna lose money. Now you might have a few lucky first trades, but it's very rare. Wait, new member. Welcome, Hendrikus van Daal. Yeah, it's as Dutch as they come. Lol. Hendrikus, welcome to Gold. What's up? And thank you. Maybe a band-aid for, I don't know what happened here, but Hendrikus, welcome to the Gold team. Maybe could you maybe put the link here for Hendrikus? I guess Hendrikus, you already filled in the form. So, but you're welcome, Hendrikus van Daal. Thank you, Odin. If you haven't yet, Hendrikus, please fill in the form. En ik denk dat ik Nederlands kan praten. Ik denk dat je Nederlands bent. Dus goed dat je erbij bent. En ik zie je in de groep. Okay, so I was saying, oh yeah, tips for starters. So if you're just starting out, of course it's probably the first videos you tend to see. Luckily, you're here. Generally, you start with the Moon Boy type of videos. But it's more entertainment than it is educational, by all means. It's not really serious. Yeah, anyway, let's not go into that discussion with the Moon Boy. So step one would be open an account on an exchange, but start with demo to learn the exchange. Not necessarily trading with demo money, just so you know where's the buttons, how do I set my position size, if I am in a trade, where do I see it, how can I close it? Just get the basics under control. Once you got that done, go to a real account, just deposit a low amount of money, right? Just a little bit of money. $10, $50, $100, whatever is low for you. But do not think you're gonna make money in your first couple of weeks, months, even trading, right? Generally, it takes a while. So it is basically your learning fee, and the lower you can make your learning fee, right, the better it is. If you go to university, you don't want to pay a premium, right? If you can go to university in real life and pay as little as possible for the biggest output, you hopefully choose pay as little as possible for the biggest output. But you need to learn first, right? You need to get experience in the market, and you have to create a plan. And creating a plan is according to these steps. So check out this video, right? 6 steps to become a profitable trader. It's probably one of the most important videos that I have on my channel for people that are relatively new, or if you're not yet profitable, check it out, because I explain the steps that I took myself, which hopefully you can use, on how to get a profitable or become a profitable, consistently profitable trader. So you can check that one out, because you need to develop a plan. So before you start depositing a high amount of money and thinking like, yo, I'm going to be crypto rich and I'm going to be one of those crypto bros flashing my brand new rented Lamborghini on Instagram and all of my fake Rolexes that I bought for $2 at Alibaba, before you consider all of that stuff, right? First, get your shit under control and actually have a plan and have a strategy, right? So you need time to develop a plan and a strategy, and it takes time because you need to build experience with the tools that Tradingview offers, or Trading Light, or AGGR, or ExoCharts, or Atas, or whatever you like to use. But that's the question. What do you like to use? Because trading is not just buying and selling. It's about finding an edge and exploiting it. And then by collecting data, hopefully, of course, being right more often than wrong. Or if you are wrong more often, have a good RR. So there we go as well. Like, once you know what tools you like to use, you need to start building data, which is the boring side of trading. So you get an Excel sheet out or use any kind of software, and then you just collect data. So if you like to use the Fibonacci Golden Pocket with the VWAP and order flow, then if those 3 things come together, whatever you see in the order flow, right? Maybe liquidations, you want to see liquidations on top of the Golden Pocket and VWAP. The moment those 3 things come together, you collect data on what happens, and you're going to backtest and forward test, know the win rate, know where to put the stop loss, know your risk to reward ratio, your best risk to reward ratio. And then I'm basically doing the six-step video now. But after you collect the data about individual tools and then the combination of tools, you can tweak and adjust. So maybe Fibonacci, VWAP, and liquidations, maybe you're going to add a bit of CVD in there and then see if you can improve the win rate and the risk to reward ratio. Maybe not. Maybe it will. So try to get a good based on data, risk to reward and win rate, and then start trading it with a little bit of money. Work on your trading psychology, which most people don't really talk about, but trading psychology that is what got me in the beginning. It's the psychology. It's not the having a plan. It's this, my second video here, talking head style video. So stop your emotions from wrecking your trades. Right? Very, very important video on trading psychology, which is basically step 5 is trade with a low amount of money. Work on your trading psychology. Read the book, The Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler. In my opinion, the best book ever written so far on trading psychology, better than Trading in the Zone, in my opinion, and it's more of a workbook as well. You can really work on yourself. do that. Right? It sounds really stupid. Oh, psychology. Oh, what psychology? Oh, basically just buy and sell, no problem. But that's what I thought as well in the beginning. But trading psychology is actually one of the last things I focused on because no one really told me. So here I am telling you, and it was one of the things that held me back. Psychology. You can have the best plan in the world, but if your psychology is shit, you're gonna lose. And then step 6, the final one, is you increase your portfolio size slowly. So once you see the data works, your trading starts to work out, that is when you increase your portfolio size. Which also means that if you want to deposit all of your savings now because you want to buy Bitcoin because we are moving up from 96.4 to 99, that is psychology for you in a nutshell. That is called FOMO or greed, or, especially if you don't have a plan nor a strategy, you're not exploiting the market by having an edge. You're just jumping in because, I don't know, maybe left, right, and center people talk about, 5 million Bitcoin next. It's not how it works. It doesn't matter. You have all the time in the world to become a profitable trader, right? It doesn't matter where price is. If you want to be a day trader, you shouldn't care about the price of Bitcoin. Let me show you my trading chart. 1 second. So what you saw just now is actually not my trading chart. Wait, let me organize this here. So this is my trading chart. Look how boring it is. Right? No price, no date. Right? I actually wanted to turn price off my cursor, but I couldn't find it. But that's this chart. It's already, I use it for a long time, but I only recently started showing a little bit more, I suppose, about my way of doing things. But like, price does not matter. As a day trader, it doesn't matter. Right? Of course, if you want to enter a position, but if you enter a position based on structure, like I did this morning, I know where to put my stop, right? I know where I enter because it's part of my plan. It's part of my plan. So I don't need price. You can trade at 100K, 120K, 90K, 10K, 30K. It doesn't matter. But if you feel the urge of like, oh shit, price is moving, I have to be part of it, I gotta buy now, that is the psychology talking, right? That's not the plan talking. So you got to be aware of that sort of stuff. So maybe I can share a little bit more about my plan this morning. Let me have a little look if I want to. Okay, yeah, I can share this. I can share this. 1 second. Okay, I can share that. I can basically share. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can share this. Okay, so this is my morning plan. I wrote this in the morning. Now, it will take a little bit of time to read, I suppose. Now, this is the first time ever I'm actually showing this. But I have a couple of boxes that I always use. My general feeling box, my trading bias, entries if, trade management, and mental management. And you can see this was my plan in the morning. So my general feeling, price started ranging and took the local high again, which was over here. The probabilities are low that it is the end of wave 5. Instead, I'm thinking about either a B top for C down after touching the daily naked point of control, which, do I have it on my chart? No, the daily naked point of control here, right? Or wave 2 already finished and we continue to the upside. Therefore, bullish scenarios remain more interesting. Look to the upside. If price touches the daily naked point of control, observe. That's what we're doing during the live stream. When the daily naked point of control gets hit, which happened during the stream, stop loss break even, which I did, just in case price comes back down. Do not have a daily naked point of control limit order anymore. Explained that earlier in the live stream. A local move to the upside can be counted as a multiple 1-2. I shouldn't risk setting a limit there in case of continuation with the news today. If my long gets stopped because of the new stuff, be very patient with new entries. Always another opportunity. Don't let all your work recently get wrecked due to FOMO. If you feel this way, go for a walk without a phone. A bit of mental stuff. Trading bias. Elliott wave probabilities. Daily. Bullish till otherwise. 4 hour. Bullish. 1 hour. Look for the daily naked point of control. Touched, right? Trading setups. Swing long potential. If a 3-waver down, locally confirmed, put stop loss below the impulse and enter and la la. So that's more about the info. Oh, this was a 3-wave down. After this 3-wave down was confirmed, I entered and my stop loss was somewhere down here. No shorts. Entry if local move down. So I'm now talking about this move to the downside, right? Local move down, an impulse down was invalidated due to the overlap. Diagonal was initially expanding. Later, potentially we had a contracting one, but wasn't really looking at it too much. Or a multi 1-2, meaning 1-2-1-2, but didn't look good. 1-2-1-2 on the lower time frame. So once we moved up here, this move down was a confirmed 3-waver. If I would have been stopped out, if a 3-waver down is confirmed again, stop. Better safe than sorry. Expect a potential wave 3. Okay. Trade management. TP 10% at the 98-150 daily naked point of control to cover fees and a little bit of profit. Put the stop loss break even if the daily naked point of control is hit. That is what I did during the live stream. Mental management, focus on making the video and silver update because I always write the silver updates. Close the chart, alarm on the daily naked point of control, which went off during the live stream, and do other stuff and go for a walk, which I did. This was my plan in the morning. Everything I thought about this morning, general feeling box, trading bias box, entry if, trade management, mental management, it's all here. Now the trade that I eventually took according to my plan was in the morning at about, I don't know, 8 or whatever, somewhere here. My stop loss was on the 886, taken from the low to the high here. TP1 at the daily naked point of control, potential for continuation to the upside. That was my plan, executed the plan, stop as break even, 10% has been taken. If price continues, happy days. If price comes back down, I will consider closing if we lose the daily naked point of control. So this is actually my trading chart. You can see it's very empty. I don't have any folders. I don't have any analysis. I only have my target boxes here, right? But I don't have my Elliott wave stuff, all the individual stuff. So that's all for this chart, which is basically the YouTube chart, I suppose. But my trading chart is on purpose very gray. I don't have color candles because of psychology. I don't have price because I don't need price. I don't have time or dates because I don't need time or dates. I only need the chart, right? So I do my analysis here, technical, and then I switch to this, and then here I start typing. And then once I finish this, I make my plan, put the positions on, and then happy days. So that's what I do in the morning, generally before the morning update, sometimes after, but generally it's I want to think about my own trades first before then recording and all of that stuff. So there you go. That is how my mornings look like. Well, hopefully, I don't know, maybe some of you will have interest in a similar approach, right? So you just make another chart here, trading chart, Bitcoin chart. Of course, this one is not shared, but trading chart, Bitcoin chart. Right? This is the Bitcoin chart, and this is my trading chart. And you can just use this one here, anchor text, put it on the chart, black background, different colors, and follow the plan. If you have a plan, trade the plan. But I got to be honest, I was a little bit nervous for the potential of a loss. Probabilities were higher to move to the daily naked point of control, but I don't really like the news aspect around a new position. But if there is an opportunity according to my plan, I got to take it. I can't skip it. If it's a loss, it's a loss. If it's a win, it's a win. I can only win now because, of course, little bit of profit, stop loss, break even. So it's always going to be profit. It's just how much does it get? That's the question. We'll see. I'll hold it. So yeah, step 3, rent Lambo. Exactly. New ATM. I wish I had an ATM here, printing money in real life. I mean, my trade is an ATM at the moment, though. Trade is doing very nice. Man, January has been absolutely insane. The start of the year, holy moly. According to my risk, this month so far has been 9.2%. What a month. SUI DC agents. Koen, is there a volume profile on TradingView you'd like to use? Oh yeah, but this is the normal volume profile here. Fixed range volume profile. It's here on the left. And this is just the standard. I just customized the colors. But you know, row size, I have a couple of different row sizes according to my templates here. Value area volume 70, style. It's just the colors and yeah. I don't know. Starting the 6-step video at 110 low. Can someone help me with the CVD and hidden divergences? Yeah, I made a whole CVD video on the channel. Cheers, Sam, Legionario, Christian. Yeah, I gotta say, it's not always easy to manage with the content, plus trading myself, plus the business side, like background stuff. Like I gotta start a business in France now because I moved. Accountancy stuff. Yeah, things happening. Like yeah, it's a lot, but you know, trading goes first in the morning. So okay, it seems like price is cooling down a little bit, and we've been online for what, almost 2 hours. So let's see where price is tomorrow, and maybe we have some time for the alts as well. Is Satoshi guy an actual person? I don't know, but yeah. Do we have to know in order to trade the asset? Not really. What do you think about ADA? XRP all-time highs to come at some point. You hit the 886. Cardano the same. Because you almost took all-time high, but you missed out by literally the smallest margin. So probability is still higher to take it. Last move up looks like a nice impulse, not? Yeah, you can count earlier in the stream on the low time frame. You can count a 5 waiver. So 1 2 1 2, right? And then you have here 3 4 5 4 5. So there's indeed the potential to finish an impulse, and then yeah, start ranging a bit, either above support, or if you do lose support, of course there's not much going on here. You have a gap, so of course the high of the gap can act as support, but yes, take it step by step. It's still very, very young. Of course, this is the push to the upside, the news, and then now we start ranging and grinding a little bit. So it takes a little bit of time to settle. So let's see if we continue to test resistance into support, the yes, the no. 3. We had a little bit of bullish CVD here, but that played out now. Bit of bearish CVD, price moving down, right? The line is moving up. People are buying, but price is moving to the downside even though people buy. But the thing is, this is 1 minute stuff. So like for me, for CVD, for me to be relevant, I need a bigger range. There's not enough information, especially in trending environments. Leading CVDs, especially with the bearish version in a bull trend, of course, have a higher probability of being leading and not absorption. So I like to wait for a new range to form, and then once a new range forms, I'll have all the information I need. If we do come back down and we move below the support, I mean, then I know what to do according to my plan. I'll just get out in profit, and I reassess the chart, and then I will find a new entry undoubtedly. So take it step by step. In case you trade alts, do you also check Bitcoin dominance? Alts, I don't really tend to trade alts. Generally, if I do something with alts, it's mainly things with spot. For me, like, what I really enjoy is focusing on one asset. It becomes tricky for me, especially with the time in the day as well and all the other stuff I have going on, to really actively trade other things as well, because I actively trade Bitcoin, and Bitcoin gives me more than enough. I don't need all the other things. But I do like to analyze alts because it's fun. I like the puzzle. I like to analyze the alts from an Elliott wave point of view. But I don't tend to actively trade them, not as I do Bitcoin, that's for sure. So cheers, Odin. Can you calculate where we end time-wise if we get one more high, all-time high, 130? I can quickly have a look. So in that case, of course, you do need you actually need a 5-wave move to the upside, so it's still a little bit early. Now, generally, you want to compare your 1 and 5. The question is how many 1-2s do you have here, but your 4 is, of course, a lot bigger than your 2. And then this 6 and 8. So end of January, that would be very quick. Weekly. I need to use a few time frames here. 1 second. Okay, so that's your range. If we look for the current 5, right, then preferably it would end before May. It's now mid-Jan. So the yellow, this is the weekly target basically. You would look for another 5, but of course you can have a 5, 4, 5. So you could have another 4 and another 5 to the upside, which of course extends it in time. April is going to be an interesting month, to say the least. Yeah, so generally you compare your wave 1 with your 5 in time and price, and if the one-on-one is not respected, then you move into the 618. So you go to the 1.618, the 0.618, the 2.618, etc. So oh my god, Piper just joined as well. I don't know why it's wide. The Piper Academy and all the alumni. Now I gotta figure out this the viewer join stuff. Well, I want to do this as well to Piper and Alex. How much do you trade per day on average? Maximum 1. Well, if I'm lucky, I get 2 opportunities, but generally it's 1 or less than 1 a day. But if I have an opportunity, I take it. So I went short here, and then on the same day, at the end of the day, I went long. All the alumni, welcome. What's up, Army Piper? How you guys doing? Thanks for the raid. Oh, that's very Twitch language. But yo, welcome to the live stream. I was actually ending the stream as well. I got to figure out that. Yeah, I just gotta put some time into figuring out how to move everyone and go to another channel. Is Alex live? Is Alex live? Army, you of course you just hopefully you had a good stream, by the way. But I gotta figure out who's live. Oh, I can see the little bump in the viewers as well in my data. Hey, what's up, Army Pipe? How you doing? Hit me up on Discord. I will screen share. Yeah, I will. I will write you a message here after. By the way, Army Piper, I'm figuring out Ecamm Live. I know that you are using it. Christian coming in hot. Hey, Army Piper, yo, gifted memberships. There you go. Army Piper, Dexter, Abuzni Sok, Mr. Sok, yo. Jose, Adrian, and JJM, welcome to the team. Make sure to fill in the form that maybe a Band-Aid is going to put in the chat in a second and bump you up to silver if you want to. But, yo, Piper, I actually so I got a MacBook now, and I've been checking Ecamm Live. So I got the 14-day trial, and I'm trying to put my scenes together and learn how it works. That is the last thing I need to sort out, is making sure that I have the scenes ready, and then the shortcuts, and then probably do a test stream on YouTube. And then I can use my new laptop to stream with Ecamm Live as well. So I'm figuring out that stuff. I don't need Ecamm Live to be in a duo stream, but it's nice. Ecamm Live, you can have an interview stream. You know, it makes life easy if you want to do shared streams. So yeah. I'll be hitting you up for sure. Viewers are pumping. Elliott, we have analysis on the graph of your viewers. I mean, during the during the news, the highest amount of viewers we had today was 428, and then we went into a wave 2. But before wave 3 starts, I think we're gonna end it, guys. I'm live for two hours. Why did I receive the membership? It's because you're a member, but not in YouTube. So that's why YouTube, the algorithm, can give you the membership. What was the thing above here? James, after my gym session. Yeah, I got to go to the gym now as well. Thanks, Legendario. Love your discipline. Old guy here who loves watching charts and speculating. I learned the hard way about pros running stops. I lost a few bucks trading pork bellies 30 years ago. Wow, James. You've been in this market, or not like crypto per se, of course, but you've been in a trading game for an incredibly long time. It's an honor to have you here, sir. That's a lot of experience under your belt. The trader, how you doing? Welcome, Crypto Billy. All the alumni, by the way, welcome, guys. Thanks for popping in and dropping a hat here. Mr. Piper, Port Corp, C90, fuck the what? RS Miller, how you doing, dude? Risky Lunar. What's up, guys? Melissa Harp, Pump from Indonesia. Welcome from the south of France here. Versin, how you doing? Good to have you here. Wait, Versin, now that you're here, Versin, are you still here? Is Versin still here? Test. If Versin, if you're here, please let me know. Because I want to share with you something else about productivity. Versin really enjoys productivity, and I recently started implementing some new stuff. So if he's here, I'm going to share it. How does gifting and receiving a membership? I think it's random. So I guess the YouTube, the algorithm selects the people that get a membership. I don't know how it calculates that, if it's based on view time or support, or it always feels very, very random. Already go give someone else my membership. Yeah, YouTube for you. Smoko, how you doing? In the double 1-2 bear scenario, the C of the first two in the 1 hour is very similar to potential currency of the second. Yes, but then of course you still need to end with 5 waves, and then we need to drop below support. Yeah, so we need to change the structure. At the moment, if this is a wave 3, it's of course very shallow, because we are then talking about 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5. So you offer a double 1 2 with a very shallow 2. You of course you want to have a significant 3. This push to the upside is it's not yet as big as you would love to see for a third wave, but still grinding a bit to the upside. There's of course always the potential for another 1 2. I just don't really want to lose support. So, but yeah, gotta keep an eye on it. No. I remember it, but not here was it. Oh yeah, so you're in Discord. Wait, VZH. You are a member. It's just that in YouTube you get a green name and a badge, while through Patreon you don't, because it's off the YouTube platform. Fatima, welcome. I'm learning a lot from you. Thanks a lot. I do have a question. Yesterday you pulled the FIB level from 102 to the low 91, not from 102 to 89. Ooh, that's yesterday. What did I do yesterday? From 102. Oh, yes. So the reason I pull a FIB from here to here is because if this is in a bearish scenario, if this is your A, this is your B, and you look for a C down, right? You pull a FIB for your B, so the targets for your B, you pull a FIB from the start to the end of A, right? So that is the FIB that you then have to pull. Start to the end of A for the target of your B, if you calculate a flat in a B or analyze a flat in B. So that is why I got it from 102 and got it down to 91. So that's because you're comparing A with your, or B with your A. How do you calculate daily naked point of controls? Those come from Atas. You do have other systems. So the templates are in Discord. They're public, so you can just go to the Discord, link in the description, and then they're here with the instructions. But you can also get the point of controls quite accurately with the indicator, market sessions, and volume profile by Leviathan. Right. These are the daily. The red lines are your point of controls, basically. And if you set this on weekly, then you also get your weekly point of control and potentially naked ones. So you can use this or the volume profile, but that's a lot of work. So I then use the indicator. What about ending diagonal 333 in the wave C of Y? Yes, but it's too early. So and your C is going to be very big. So this would be W, X, A, B, C. Y needs to be a 3-wave structure, right? So this is your first, or this. Oh wait, I think I see what you mean. This is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it's way too early to start talking about diagonals. You need to wait for a wave 4 to be in to really start discussing the diagonals. So it's too early to give those type of things the highest probability. You would need to take out the low again, get a retracement. Everything needs to be 3 waves, and then we can really discuss the diagonal. Can you show us how you find ranges? Just time does its thing, right? So, like for as example, we move down into support, right? We hit the white box, and then I don't like to enter at those moments, but then I just wait for this, right? That's then my entry area, or wait for this sideways range again. Right? That's where I have the opportunities. That's where I enter. So the ranges form, of course, by themselves. I find them just by waiting It's just patience, really. So on Instagram, I shared. So we had a range here, and on Instagram, I shared my short. I shared the long. Of course, I make like a little bit of a summary video sometimes. People enjoy them. So it's after the fact, but then I show on my Blovin chart, I show the arrow where the sell happened, and I show the arrow where I then take profit. I basically explain what I did and why. But here was an entry, so here was a short, here was a long. Yesterday I had a long here, which I then sold here again. And I had a long yesterday here somewhere again. And what was it again? No, a little bit lower. Somewhere here, I took TP1 and then I literally got wicked. Fuck. I can't believe. My stop loss was in the literal lowest 1 minute candle. I was typing in Discord when that happened, and I was like, "Oh shit, time to watch series," because I know I shouldn't try and re-enter if the plan like I got stopped. So on after TP1, because we had the value area high. So that's the video on my Instagram story now, is explaining my day yesterday. And then my new entry was here. Long. TP1 already taken, and now I just see, how far does it go. So yeah. But yeah, I will probably post it on Instagram later. But this I literally got touched like this. My oh man, literally in the bottom. That's where I got my stop got wicked. And it was stupid. I put my stop at break even, and then I was like, nah, I'll put it a little bit in profit. I already took a TP1, so it was unnecessary, but I was a little bit in profit, and then poof. And then, of course, if I had put it just exactly on take profit, it actually would have missed by a few dollars. But of course, it trading for you. It's not always playing out. But is a flat out of the picture? No. Yes. I mean, it's still possible, but then you need this. This would need to be your count ending on a high amount of volume. It's a bit of a weak 3 at the moment here. So if this would be 1 2 1 2 3, I don't know. It's not as fast as I would like to see. So yeah. But at the same time, we are still creating bullish market structure. It's not like we changed the market structure at the moment. Yeah. It's we keep it in mind. So we keep this scenario. This scenario becomes more interesting if you lose support. Resistance turns into support. If you lose support, then yeah, you could have a finished fiver ending on a high amount of volume, and then the retracement is what matters. 1 minute is choppy. Yeah, especially after pumps like this. New here, Junior, welcome. Andy from Bitcoin Census. Yo, that's great. Give Andy my warm greetings when you see him, or speak to him, or join his stream. Of course, he moved to Dubai, but yeah, welcome, Junior. Welcome to the stream, and yeah, thank Andy for me. Great that he recommended my channel as well. Such a great guy. He's very, very strong. He's very good in calisthenics. Definitely an inspiration for me. He can do handstands and all that stuff. Like, it's really cool. Really strong guy. Or is it possible this move is a B? It's still possible it's a B due to this, but your higher probability scenario is, where is it? Oh, here. Your higher probability is this, unless you start moving below support. So you lose it again, basically. And you change the structure. This is your invalidation for a multi 1, 2, and a 3 up. So you said, I was thinking if you got stopped out by the dollar or not. Yeah, I did. Literally the lowest candle on the 1 minute, I got wicked. That was painful. So I was on the edge of watching an episode of Outlander season 3 with my wife, and I was like, yeah, I'll take a TP. I asked my wife when we were in the range here, so that was quite funny. My wife she's like an oracle. I don't know. She's always right. She doesn't even trade, but she's always right. So if I pull a volume profile here, 1 second, let me show you. Price was this like here. Wait. So this happened yesterday. So I went long here. I don't know my exact entry anymore, but basically I went long, right? So the reason we had an 886 touch here, take it from the high to the low. I was looking for an ABC down, a little bit of bullish CVDs here, and that was my goal basically. I think my entry, I don't know exactly, but somewhere here. And then I took my take profit 1, literally here at the tippy toppy. That was good, right? Because we were approaching the 886 from the high to the low, which was somewhere here. We had the value area high, the potential for a finished 5-wave structure to the upside. So, but this was the moment where I asked my wife, I said, yo, shall I just close it and just take the money home? Or, do I just TP a little bit? And so she said, just close it. And then I was like, I'll just TP 50%. So I took 50% out, put my stop first at break even, I don't know, somewhere here, and then a little bit in profit. And then I got wicked in the lowest low possible. I don't know, the final dollar. And then that happened just before I wanted to watch an episode with my wife. So of course I was frustrated because I got wicked, and I know I shouldn't enter. So I didn't. I managed to control the urge of like, oh fuck, let's enter again, because it wasn't, it's just I didn't have a plan for a re-entry, and you need to trade the plan. So I was like, let's be patient, and there might be another opportunity tomorrow, which there was because I entered. So happy days today. But that happened yesterday. So it was a profitable day. I actually had 2 trades in profit. I had a trade here. Once we approached the 618, I exited, and I had a trade here, 50%, and then a little bit stop in profit. But, like, it's so stupid, man. But yeah, and then once I started watching the series, and that's eventually once you cool down. But the first few minutes of watching series, I was frustrated, Oh. Literally the low. Cheers, David. Yo, Flotty, how you doing, man? Yo, gotta get used to you having a wide name now. What's up, Flotty? What's up? Welcome. Good to have you here. What a legend. I saw your message on Telegram, but I still need to answer. I better actually get going because the day it's 4:30 p.m. There's a lot to do still. I also ask my wife every time, guys, what's up with the wifeys, why are they not trading for us if they're so good, So I could have maximized my profit and just be like, yeah, whatever, I'll just close. If only it was all that easy. So trying harmonics gives me a system. Yeah, it's good. Anything that can give you a system. We love Outlander. Yeah, it's good. I'm in season 3 now in Outlander with my wife, and I think episode somewhere in the middle now. Spoiler for people watching Outlander. Turn the volume off, and I'll do this when you can turn the volume back on. We just watched the episode where the kid of Jenny and Ian gets kidnapped by pirates. That happens at the end of the episode we watched yesterday. And if we can tonight, would be nice. We continue watching the next one. Generally, we try to get one episode like in. you can unmute. I find good trades, but there's always that one trade that kills me. That sounds more like risk management. So you got good plans, but it's the risk management, maybe the risk to reward ratio, that sort of stuff. That's what then kills all the profit you made before. Cue the trading psychology spiel. Yeah, exactly, Crazy Potato. Yeah, maybe they should add a wife indicator on TradingView. Should have put the rest 50% the cost left, maybe. If this is the bullish scenario, what is the ideal end of a wave 3? The 1.618. But like that's very simple. So if this is a wave 3 and we're looking for an impulse, right? Then we have a 1, 2, 1, 2, right? And then a couple of 1, 2s, a couple of 4, 5s. And then after your 3, you get into 4, 5s. But this is still very, I don't know, it's not yet very convincing unless you get another 1, 2. But after a double 1, 2 with a very shallow 2, I would have liked to see a very explosive 3. It's a little bit hesitant in a way. So this is, by the way, the value area high, not the point of control. So, but anyway, if we're looking for a 3, then any of the resistances work. But I would like to see an extension. It's just that it's slowing. I don't know, it's slowing down. Bit of a grind, big push, bit of a grind. You see what I mean? So value area high at 100. Then we have 100 over here, but still relatively shallow for a 2. But it would be good enough. It would be good enough if you, because then your 618, these are the targets. This is the target for a wave 4. So if you move to the value area high, which is 100, then the 618 invalidation for 4 is below the daily naked point of control, which is good. And if you move up to 100, it's still below. So, yeah. And then you need, like, you get your range in a 4, and then you move up in 5, and then in 4, and then in 5, and then you're at 105.2K for the weekly naked point of control. That would be the bullish scenario. So, yeah. Holding from 89 only took like 25% out right now. Very, very nice. Congrats, Mark. That's good. That's good. Very nice. Manage it well. Can I share my Elliott Wyckoff play? Of course, Versin. By the way, Versin, now that you're here, talking about productivity. Last time we had I was talking about productivity because of my phone settings, but I also have, based on ChatGPT and so productivity books, the planning of great entrepreneurs. Together with ChatGPT, I made a whole daily schedule, literally from wake up all the way to like basically going to sleep, which I think can be very useful for you if you like that stuff. So I'll check your message in Discord. I might I can probably send you a DM about the planning then. But okay, guys, I gotta go. You know, it's time for me to call it a live stream. So we've been online for, I don't know, 2 hours. 2 hours and 15 minutes. So yeah, nice bit of price action today. It's not as big of a move, so let's see if we get a couple of 4-5s. Or if we dip down below the daily naked point of control. But initially, right, so I guess probabilities. Weekly remains bullish at the moment. On the daily as well, as long as you don't see significant weakness. Locally, the bulls, you want to hold structure. Right, you need to hold the structure. Now, you can count close to a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Maybe hit the value area high-ish. But you can basically see that you have the structure before, you get the big push and structure after. So it's almost like you're ending an impulsive structure at the moment to the upside, and then one could potentially retest support again before continuation for the bulls. If you fail to hold change market structure, you're looking for a bigger retracement. But it's bullish unless proven otherwise, basically, because you need to change the structure. So Yeah, is there any bullish now if we can possibly drop? If you drop to 73.74, you're going to be looking for another 1-2 on the weekly. That's the only bullish scenario that's then left, is another 1-2 basically. So wave C's tend to end on a high amount of volume. That is correct, and that is why we consider it as well. So trade safe, please. On days like these, do not FOMO or YOLO into like trades just because price moves up. Wait for your plan. Don't be one of those people that longs in the absolute tippy top because you didn't follow your plan and price reverses, and now you're panicking because you didn't calculate your loss, and now you're in deep shit. Right? That's not what we want. Trade with a plan. Right? Have a stop loss. Calculate how much you lose for the trade. Focus on your loss, not on your win. Right? And trade the plan. Yeah, that's important. Yeah. Thanks everyone for being here. It was a long live stream. Lots has been covered. Let's see where price is tomorrow. Tomorrow morning is another update video for you. Yeah, I'm actually quite curious to see where price is going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow is news as well, 2:30 p.m. Central European time. So maybe there's going to be something interesting. And I don't often say this, but if you enjoy being here, you enjoyed the live stream, subscribing is free if you enjoy the content. If not, do not. But by all means, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, spending some time. Hopefully you had a great day and you're going to have an even better day. Yeah. Thank you. And I will see you tomorrow.